Hello everyone, and welcome back to Revival Tournaments. This is Gold Mason, back for the Semifinals match between ABR and jumpy23, also known as Sub-Sneed in this replays. Exciting match, two very, very strong players. The other side of the bracket is Z-Panther versus Pac. Z-Panther on a hell of a run, and we're excited to see that. Pac, obviously a very strong player, but now we're going to get into ABR versus jumpy23 and see how this goes. Here's game one. And we've got the ABR Jinx lead, but runs into an arrow. That is an insane ice beam. I don't know. Tried to double Discarm to catch a switch or something like that, and ABR Balls of Steel is just clicking Ice Beam. The first 4 turns has clicked Ice Beam over and over again. 5 turns of Ice Beam. Jinx goes down, and here's Starmie. Starmie looks quite strong into the 3 that Jumpy has revealed so far. Here is Jirachi on its way to get one hit KO'd by a Thunder Wave, but actually just goes for a Surf. Is a Pokemon going to go down to Surf just to let Arrow in? And it looks like it. Really, really good start for ABR. Here is Gengar on the double edge. Pretty easy read to make. Misses the Wisp, though. Very unfortunate. Starmie's going to come back in. And here's Tar. So, interesting. Sand is set now. Jirachi is going to come back in on the Surf. I think we're going to see a sack of Jirachi, Arrow back in, and potentially Rock Slide Click this time. Hidden Power Flying. Alright, that works, that works. Goodbye, Gengar. Not quite, obviously, but a massive chunk of its health gone, which will be nice for later, if there is a later for Jumpy. Skarmory is going to take the Meteor Mash from Metagross. Hidden Power Fire, so probably Psychic as the 3rd move and Explosion as the 4th. Big Earthquake. Possibly Choice Band? Yeah, Tyranitar just killed outright. Almost certainly Choice Band, let's be honest here. Rock Slide on the Starmie, takes it down. Regice will live a Rock Slide potentially. No, it does not. This might be over. This might be fully in Jumpy's hands. The Arrow doing some massive damage. Here's a Thunderbolt. So this is exactly what Jumpy needed to do to seal the end of the game. Arrow is free to lock into Double Edge now. And that is game 1 to Jumpy. Wow. Not what we expected, I don't think. This is kind of a build that I think ABR likes, but yeah, no, not at all what we expected. That Metagross possibly was Agility and was clicking at that turn, if I had to guess. Didn't expect this back CB Tar from Jumpy, and maybe thought that Agility there won the game. I mean, the Meteor Mash resists were both gone. Yeah, I don't know. Rough game for ABR, but I mean, honestly, not even hacks or anything. Just Jumpy played it well. So let's hop into game 2. When ABR loses with a structure like that, he's going to bring stall game 2. So I am already ready to lock in. We're going to see Melodic. Yep, here's Arrow and Skarm and Melodic and Claydol and Blissey and Dugtrio. I already know his team. And no, I did not watch it beforehand to know. That is a Thief Skarm. Skarmory is not healing with leftovers, and that Thief is very annoying. Alright, so it's a Suicune instead of Melodic. I wasn't quite there. Actually, maybe there's a possibility Flygon or something like that. That Skarmory got really owned by the substitute on Flygon, which means that it could not steal its leftovers Stealing Flygon's leftovers would have been massive for ABR to make it through that Flygon health. But instead, Skarm will take the Blissey's leftovers, which is a bit less impactful of a Thief Steal. So Blissey's going to come in on Fori. Fori's probably going to spin the spike away, or Scout maybe for fire first. It looks like that is what Jumpy opted for, not taking a big Fire Blast or something like that. But I don't think that ABR would ever bring a Fire Blast Blissey. Maybe Jumpy saw it on the Scout. I don't know. But Jumpy definitely has a longer game type of team. And here is the Doug trio. The last is almost certainly Claydol, I had to guess. So I got 5 out of 6. I mean, you know. Here's the hidden power. And I guess it's going to work out for ABR. It's a Pursuit Tyranitar. So Doug Trio is going to go down. That does protect Jumpy's Blissey and Tyranitar, notably. So looking like a decent trade for Jumpy. Flygon comes in on the Surf there. Just clicks. This is a tough trade for Jumpy now, though. Think that he's not going Blissey to not allow the Suicune to set up. If I had to guess, Rock Slide Flinch would be perfect here, but it does not happen. With Fortress, Jumpy does have some arrow insurance, so it's not like, you know, a loss to use Flygon for this. Also, any crit would definitely put ABR in a tight spot. Flygon's going to go down, and we're going to see Jumpy's Suicune come in, actually. Not what I really expected. It's slower than ABR's. I don't know if it's going to have... Is it going to have a move to break through here? No. So Jumpy didn't really have anything for ABR's Suicune at all, is what I'm getting from this. Maybe the Flygon was just the best bet. Blissey, not going Blissey kind of makes sense to me, because you don't want to let the opposing Suicune set up. I get it. And Jumpy did put the Suicune in a position where it wouldn't really be able to set up, and if it did, you know, it would lose tempo on the Flygon, so I like kind of get it. But yeah, Jumpy now will burn the second sleep turn, get roared. Not looking like a great position for Jumpy at all. Still has not managed to get Fortress in to get a spike. Or spin here? Yeah, spin is kind of what I expected. You have such strong Pokemon that really don't want to be taking these spikes. Skarm is in. It had Roar, Thief spikes, and it's going to have Drill Peck last to try and do some damage to the Fortress. And of course, ABR is fine letting layers up because he has a very, very reliable spinner in the back, that Claydol. Jumpy revealed hidden power, what is presumably fire Fortress. So similar idea to the Drill Peck Skarm, is just beating down the opposing Spiker. I think Skarmory has the edge here, but not by much. Maybe Jumpy's caught back up now, so okay. Suicune's gonna take 3 spikes and a flamethrower. And yeah, ABR is probably fine with this position as long as, yeah, Claydol gets to make it back in now on the Blissey Soft Boiled. And that makes a lot of sense. Gets the Rapid Spin off for only 30%. No Ice Beam from Blissey. Jumpy's still got to be afraid of, I guess not Fire Move, just taking 25% on the Fortress unnecessarily. This is going to be a fine place to rest, and actually would have been maybe too risky to click Surf there, but Skarmory is going to be able to come in, let the Suicune get one extra rest sleep turn, but roar it on the second one, and get a spike down, which is quite nice for ABR to make some progress here. The Fortress will have to take the spike if it does come in, and ABR is putting on the pressure, going to Blissey. Actually, that's such a weird thing to say. Putting on the pressure, going to Blissey. Jumpy's gonna wake up, click Calm Mind. Now is the question of whether Jumpy rests this turn or not. If ABR was feeling particularly bold, might have gone to the Skarmory and tried that same trick from earlier, but instead just going to let the Suicune get its rest turns down and hopefully land on that Fortress. Tyranitar instead. Unfortunately, the Tyranitar is just going to get both of its ticks of health that it lost to the spike back. And we're going to be on this loop for a little while. At least another 50 turns. ABR breaks it slightly by going to Suicune. But I have the feeling that one of these Suicunes has Roar. Oh yeah, ABR's has already used Roar, so Ice Beam from Jumpy's. Jumpy is at the disadvantage in the Suicune War. And this is possibly not the line that Jumpy wants to take. Just fishing for Ice Beam freezes. Might be only line he has to take. Now something's going to have to take a Surf, probably Blissey. Yeah. And ABR can continue to Calm Mind now, or click Roar, that's totally fine. Fortress is getting slowly chipped away. %. A crit here would be massive, but I don't expect it to be gone for. Yep, rest. This unfortunately does continue to let ABR Suicune set up. I don't think that this is going to be stopped. I just genuinely do not. I think ABR is going to go to the moon. I'm coining that phrase, by the way. Going to the moon means going to max special attack or attack, depending on what attacking or status move you got. I mean, it's been said before, but I'm still gonna say it. Jumpy goes for a little Thunder Wave magic, does not find it, and I think this is the end of the game. I think ABR is going to get 2 more Calm Minds off with nothing to really stop him. Tyranitar is going to go down. Goodbye. That allows Blissey in safely. And barring some Thunder Wave magic, which, I mean, this... alright. This move is always as magical as you want it to be sometimes. Just continuously allowing wins from nothing. But does not happen this time. Suicune is in. The only limiting factor now for ABR is Surf PP, which it says he's at 15 out of 24. I don't believe many of them have hit Suicune, so I believe that is an accurate number of how many are remaining. There's the Roar. Surf doing not quite enough to 2-hit KO. Forget that Blissey does not have leftovers though, so maybe it is technically enough to 2-hit KO as long as you're not paralyzed. And a swap from ABR, interesting. Trying to not get exploded on by the Fortress. ABR just has so many resources left. I don't see an issue with that at all. Spike is now down. Second spike might be gone for. Fori is too low. Fori is way too low. Third spike can probably be gotten, and Fortress will never be able to spin it really at all. 4%. I mean, aromatherapy cures Skarmory and Suicune's paralysis. And I mean, I'm not even talking about the big Pokemon in the room. The Aerodactyl with set unrevealed. Third spike is gone for. Suicune is not calm-minded up, so it's not going to do a ton to Skarmory. Does not get the Ice Beam freeze, and Fortress is going to take that big chip and now be dead to the Drill Peck. Yep. Big way to make it through ABR's. Suicune is now gone. I don't see a way to turn this around for Jumpy. Only way is to sacrifice Blissey and go for a last Mon Suicune situation that I do not expect to work. There is an Explosion Claydol. Yeah, that's exactly what Jumpy's going for. But unfortunately, the Skarmory is going to get to Roar one more time. Only one sleep turn burned. Oh ho ho! 2 sleep turns burned. Nice paralysis. Does not have to risk Skarmory getting crit or anything like that. And Claydol is in on the Suicune now. This explosion, that's just a really well done play by ABR. No crit, and the explosion kills. Jumpy says in the chat, yeah, as soon as Celebi got dugged, I was like, I lose to Roar Suicune. Oops, shit prep. I don't necessarily agree with shit prep, but definitely not the right pick into the ABR team. Yeah, I mean, just well executed and played game by ABR, and we are on to game 3. This one is for all the marbles. Takes you. The winner of this match will be in finals of ADV Revival 2. The loser will be eliminated and go down to the third place match because the top 3 are the only players who will make it into the money. So here we are, game 3. And Salamence from Jumpy against a Fortress. Click spikes. Bold Suicune comes in. Possibly with Ice Beam? No, just with Roar. Big chip on the Suicune already. If Jumpy can maintain that pressure somehow, that would be pretty epic. Is that Fizdef Fori, or is that just not banded Aerodactyl? Or is that just actually Fori damage? I have no idea. I fully expect Aerodactyl with a Choice Band to do more damage than that. I assume that... Oh ho ho! The Irrelevant has entered. The Donald fan. Here's Hidden Power... Rock? if I had to guess. Suicune coming in on Celebi is kind of weird, but I guess it works. Celebi's going to come back in on Donald. So ABR has already deduced that this Celebi does not have an attacking move, and is possibly a, as was revealed, a Swords Dance Celebi. So ABR knows that he can go to Suicune pretty safely and click Roar. Leech Seed is the only real stopping power to that, so... Here's Blissey. Celebi's still going to do fine here, clicking Leech Seed, and if Suicune is the answer every time, it's getting kind of low. It's got to click Rest here at some point. Here's Tyranitar. Clicks Roar, but now with Leech Seed and Sand. Is Metagross faster? It's not. Surf trying to get some last damage in. Down the Suicune goes. This might... Oh, Raikou. Was not expecting Raikou. But it already looks quite strong into Jumpy's team. Thunderbolt not quite going to do enough, so the sub will be broken. Looks like it's Lum DD Tar that fits on the Swords Dance Pass kind of team. Here's Blissey. Yeah, I mean, this is almost certainly just a Leechy arrow. So my suspicions about it not being enough damage earlier were accurate. I don't feel as crazy. Toxic missing is huge. Magneton. Wow, okay. Fori is in. What? Is it choice locked Magneton? Like, what's happening here? And it swapped out? I guess Jumpy just wanted it to die and get... I have no idea. Damn. Mens takes the burn. And that means that Donald is going to be able to come in and take that like a champ. Jumpy lamenting his team choice for the second game and the third game. Saying in the chat that he wishes he brought his game 2 bring to the game 3 set. Magneton gonna come in and deny the Raikou a substitute. This is already looking well in favor of ABR. Fortress is an easy sack to allow Blissey in, actually. Probably to click Thunder Wave, if I had to guess. Oh no, just Seismic Toss. Interesting. Blissey has leftovers out of Meteor Mash range. Yeah, Explosion clicked. Guarantees a kill, unless Duskull was gone too. Mens is going to go down to the Raikou. And everything's going to go down to the Raikou. Yeah, wow. Jumpy tries to call out going to Donphan, but nah. No. Raikou was teched to live in Arrow Earthquake, and it didn't have Choice Band anyways, so definitely not going to kill. Well done from ABR. Jumpy says that he gave up a while ago during that third game, and I do not blame him. ABR had all the tools necessary to stop and all of that. Rain Dance Blissey, by the way. I didn't talk about it when it happened because there was a lot of stuff going on. But Rain Dance Blissey to allow the leftovers recovery on Raikou and leftovers recovery on Duskull and probably Suicune too. Guess you can kind of bait Tar in on this kind of team for a lead to really put the layers down and put pressure on. So yeah, very, very interesting set from ABR. I mean, everybody loves seeing ABR play these kind of builds, right? You know, that's what everybody goes insane over for some reason. I don't know. Well, thank you everybody for watching. This has been Gold Mason commentating the ABR versus Jumpy23 semifinals match. We will be back tomorrow or sometime soon for the other semifinals match, and then finally finals and the third place match. Hope you are looking forward to those. Both of the latter two, the third place match and finals, will be best of 5, so there will be a lot of games to cover. Thank you everybody for joining me. This has been Gold Mason, and I will see you guys next time on another Revival Tournaments commentated set.